morning. This connection started a little bit shaky, but I think we're good now. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher for this week is Renee Sauter. And today's message, she speaks about your connection to yourself. And understanding your own inherent wholeness. Somebody, good morning. It's good to see you. Hello. Let's get into it. Let's see where today's message takes us. Today's wisdom from Renee Sauter speaks about your connection to yourself. How do you understand your connection to yourself? She says, the journey to more self-love is often a quiet and long road, one without cheerleaders or confetti. Just you and your strong inner conviction to do things differently. There are both triumphs and failures on this road. And when you truly turn a corner in your connection with you, you'll bask in a quiet victory, finally feeling the power you once thought was elsewhere. She says, helping professionals like therapists, life coaches, healers, they can greatly assist you in changing your life for the better. But they pale in comparison to the power that is gained from you developing a relationship with yourself. It's you that holds the power for change. The next thought from Renee Sauter is, this journey of life is about realizing your inherent wholeness. It has nothing to do with perfecting anything. It is not about becoming more perfect at anything throughout your life. It is becoming more of the wholeness that you already are. If there's any goal, then that's it. And the goal is to become who you already are, who you've always been. Hey Anthony, good evening. It's good to see you, dude. She says, your connection to yourself is also your connection to the divine. The more you are connected to yourself, the more you are connected to the divine. They are one and the same. And the last thought from Renee Sauter for us today, she says, loneliness does not come from missing someone. Loneliness comes from being disconnected from yourself. Do you get what Renee means with inherent wholeness? The word inherent is a clue. She means that there is nothing that you have to first fix, first do, or first prove in order to become whole. There's no level of perfection that you have to first reach in order to become whole. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Accepting your own imperfection is a huge step towards wholeness. While it's natural for any person to spend at least a portion of their lives in opposition to certain aspects of their self, when you have parts of yourself that you dislike, parts that you wish did not exist, parts of you that you've been trying to reject and abandon, it causes a disconnect from yourself. In essence, while you're trying to leave any part of yourself behind, you cannot really be whole. Becoming more connected with yourself or being more whole requires you to understand, accept, and integrate every aspect of yourself in a healthier way than before. Today's journey is called A Sense of Self, and it is an opportunity for us to invite some of those inner children for a conversation. Today we'll invite guilt, shame, fear, often parts of ourselves that we struggle to deal with, parts of ourselves that we perhaps try and keep at an arm's length. Well, today we are calling them closer for a very simple conversation. If you're ready, you can close your eyes and we'll float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift at the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. While you continue your full body breathing, aware of how your body rises with every inhale and feeling into how your body softens with every exhale. We will invite those inner children to come and have a seat with us. The examples I will use today are guilt, a part of you that perhaps sometimes experiences a sense of guilt. Shame, the part of you that perhaps sometimes feels deeply ashamed. And then fear, the part of you that perhaps sometimes feels scared. Call these inner children closer and ask them to come and sit with you. In my mind, it often looks like the grade 1 teacher calling the children to her on the carpet. She says, "Come and sit here with me, it's story time." Call those inner children closer, and while you continue your full body breathing, we're extending the invitation to these inner children to sit and breathe with us. While you do, I might ask this a couple more times. See if you can get a closer look at these inner children. Now, it's not really important that you visualize a clear image. But when you look at guilt, a part of you that perhaps sometimes feels guilty, what do you imagine you would see? How would you see this part of you? What image comes to mind? What thoughts, what sense comes to your mind of guilt? And again, it's not super important that you find a clear image. It's just really helpful to opening yourself to seeing what this inner child looks like. The next one is shame. What do you imagine shame would look like if you could have a conversation with shame and listen to what shame has to say? How would you see that part of you? And while we are calling them inner children to come and sit with us, very often our sense of this part is not a child. And it doesn't have to be a child. However you sense this part of you, simply be open to that. And then fear. If you could listen to what fear has to say, if you could have a conversation with fear, what would this part of you look like? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, and of course, we are inviting these inner children to take these breaths and the stretching and the adjusting with us. Let's see if we can help our bodies find as much comfort as possible as we step into the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. Lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the rest of our journey. As you take your next big breath, really feel the air flow in through your nostrils. See if you can become aware of the air touching the back of your throat. Stay with the breath as it flows in through your lungs. And then as you breathe into your belly, it feels like there's a balloon in your belly you're filling up. And feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath for just a few moments, for as long as it feels comfortable. And as you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Let's try the first few big breaths together. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time, and as you take your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, I want you to bring your attention again to these inner children that we invited to sit with us. We've invited guilt, a part of you that perhaps sometimes feels guilty. We've invited shame, the part of you that perhaps sometimes experiences a sense of shame. And we've invited fear, the part of you that perhaps sometimes feels scared. Call them closer again, and as you take your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, remind them that we are here to listen. We are here to learn how to understand. Take your next big breath. We're going to turn our attention first to guilt. Whether you experience this part of you as an inner child or as an adult energy, doesn't really matter. But open yourself to however it is that you experience this part of you. So for the moment, as you take your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, remind yourself of how guilt speaks when it wakes up inside of you. When you are hit by a deep sense of feeling guilty about things, something in particular or things in general, guilty for perhaps mistakes you've made, guilty perhaps for failures you perceive, how does guilt speak when it wakes up in you? Just take a moment to listen to that again. What are the thoughts that go through your mind when you experience this guilty moment? Very often these things go way back. Some of them might be recent and some of them are so far back in the past. Just take a moment to listen to how guilt speaks. Take your next big breath. Then turn towards guilt and ask guilt this question. And just imagine after asking the question, you can sit back and just listen to guilt answer the question that you've asked. The question is really simple. Turn towards guilt and say, hey, guilt, in those moments when you feel consumed by guilt, what is it that you're afraid is going to happen? A very simple question. What is it that you are afraid is going to happen? And take your next big breath and listen. Take a moment to thank guilt. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stepping up, for being seen, for being heard. That's a brave thing to do. Then we'll turn our attention to shame. The part of you that perhaps sometimes experiences a deep sense of shame. Of course, there could be more recent incidents that we might feel shame about, but very often the existence of shame is rooted in really old experiences. Take a moment to invite shame to speak. To remind yourself of how shame speaks when it wakes up in your body. What are the thoughts that go through your mind when shame is what wakes up in you? Remind yourself of what that inner conversation is like. Take your next big breath. Then turn towards shame and ask shame this question. And imagine you could ask the question and sit back and listen to shame answer. The question is really simple. Turn to shame, look at shame and ask, hey, shame, regarding these things that you feel, regarding the things that happened, how is it that you really wanted it to be different? Tell me, what is it that you really wanted to be different? And how did you want it to be different? And take a step back, take a deep breath, and listen to shame answer. Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank shame for being seen, for being heard. We know that takes courage. We appreciate that. Lastly, we turn our attention to fear, the part of you that perhaps sometimes feels scared. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, remind yourself of how fear speaks when it wakes up in you. In those moments when you feel really scared, what are the thoughts that go through your mind? What is that inner conversation like when you feel scared? Take your next big breath. Then one more question to fear. Turn towards fear. Ask it this question and imagine you could sit back and listen to fear answering this question. Look at fear and say, hey, fear, in those moments when you feel so scared, what is it that you really want for me? What is your deep desire for me? And take your next big breath and listen. Take a moment to thank fear for speaking. Thank you for being seen. Thank you for being heard. We know it takes courage. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Let these inner children be wherever it is that they want to be. Do they want to move closer, sit right next to you? Do they want to get on top of you? Do they want to crawl inside of you? Or perhaps, like kids, they just want to go and play and not be bothered with these adult topics anymore. Allow those inner children to be wherever it is that they want to be as we take these last big breaths together. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and how softness settles in every part of your being. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. We'll do a very quick review of this exercise. We invited these 3 inner children for a conversation. I'd love you to understand what happens during this conversation. During the conversation, you're allowing guilt and shame to speak without being consumed by guilt and shame. Here's a very simple version of this exercise, and let's use anger, because anger is an easier emotion to demonstrate this with. Imagine you're feeling anger rise up in you. And imagine you take a look at this part of you that feels angry. You could let this part of you that feels angry know, hey, I'm going to listen to what you have to say. Imagine taking pen and paper, sitting down and going, anger, I'm ready. Tell me everything. Everything you're angry about. Imagine how easy it would be to do this for a friend. A friend is angry. You say, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to write down word for word everything you say about how angry you feel. It would be so easy to do it for a friend. But we can become really good at doing this for ourselves. Saying, hey, anger, I'm ready to listen to you. I will write down word for word whatever it is that you say. What happens in that moment is you're becoming the witness. You're becoming the observer. Anger has an opportunity to vent and to speak, but you are not being that. You are holding a space for anger to be seen and to be heard. Who are you being? Well, you're being the observer. You're being the witness. In a very deep sense, you are being your higher wisdom. The more ease we have into stepping into this higher wisdom that we all have, the more well practiced we become at stepping into our higher wisdom, the more easy we will find it to live from that place, to act from that place, to be in a conversation with another human being and listen from our own higher wisdom. I'll share with you quickly 1 or 2 thoughts from Renee Sauter. She says the journey to more self-love is often quiet and a long road, one without cheerleaders or confetti, just you and your strong inner conviction to do things differently. There are both triumphs and failures on this road, and when you truly turn a corner, you will bask in quiet victory, finally feeling the power you once thought was elsewhere. She says there is help available, helping professionals, therapists, life coaches, healers. They can greatly assist you in changing your life for the better, but they pale in comparison to the power that is gained from you developing a relationship with yourself. Having this new, stronger relationship with yourself, not being caught up in a war with yourself, this is what holds the power for change. She says this journey of life is about realizing our inherent wholeness. We are already whole. There's nothing we have to do to prove our wholeness. And this connection to yourself, says Renee, this connection to yourself is your connection to the divine. The more you are connected to yourself, the more you are connected to the divine. They are one and the same. And being lonely, feeling lonely, that's got nothing to do with missing some other person. Loneliness comes from being disconnected from yourself. I just imagine having this ease of connection with yourself. The ability to hold a space for whatever is speaking to be heard. And stepping into your higher wisdom while you're listening. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for stepping into your own journey, your own higher wisdom, your own ability to hold a space for your inner children to be seen and to be heard and to be held. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning patience with yourself. This journey has many starts and stops. This journey so often feels like we're getting better at something just to feel like we're screwing it up again. Thank you for being patient with yourself. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for slowly bringing that inner civil war to an end. No more fighting with you. From now on, only holding, understanding, and taking the next steps as firmly as possible, but in kindness. One last big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being on this journey with us. I want to say this again. Thank you for learning how to not get caught up in a war with yourself that never goes anywhere good. When there are parts of us that we are at war with, parts of us we're trying to push away, reject, abandon, clearly we can't have wholeness. while we're trying to leave a part of us behind. I'd love for you to really see that when your arms become big enough to hold all the parts of you together in a new relationship, then you are new, you are different, you have changed. Thank you, somebody. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Charlene. Wishing you all a really beautiful day. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.